What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing some paint correction on my 2014 Silverado. Stay tuned. This thing is extremely dirty, so the first thing that I'm going to do is get it all cleaned up and get it washed. This is what I use to clean with. It's this Turtle Wax car wash. This stuff is cheap. You can pretty much get it anywhere and it works great. So I'm gonna get it mixed up in my bin, get my water hose out, and then we'll get started washing. Truck's all washed off, so I'm going to use my new chamois that I just got and get it all dried, and then I will actually start working on the detailing tomorrow. It's the next morning. I got the truck all cleaned up last night, so I'm going to get the car pulled out and get the truck backed in, let it cool down so I can start working on this paint correction. I want to give you guys a good idea of what I'm actually looking at here. So you can see all of these swirl marks, and they're just little small scratches. And this truck is 6 years old, so it doesn't have a whole lot of mileage on there, but it's definitely been out in the weather and the elements. And so, you know, over time you get these little scratches. What I'm gonna do is hopefully get all of that out to where this thing will have a mirror-like finish, just like it did when it came off the showroom floor. This is everything that I have as of right now to do this. So I've got my 10-inch polisher over here. I actually borrowed this from a friend. I've got my 5-inch orbital sander that I'm going to be using, and I got these two little pads that will attach to that so that I can use my Hex Logic foam pads. And then I've got this Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. This stuff is not very expensive, but it works fairly good. It's not as great as some of the more expensive compounds out there, but it definitely is. I think it's better for beginners because it doesn't cut as hard. And then I've got my polish to finish it all up with. I'm going to do this in sections, but before I get started with the compound, I'm going to wipe everything down with this isopropyl alcohol. That way it removes any surface contaminants so that it doesn't get into the paint. After I get through wiping it down with alcohol, I will take my compound and put it onto the pad first, and then I will dab it onto the truck. That way it's not slinging it everywhere. This is after one time going over it with the compound. So the scratches are still there. You can still see swirls, but you can see the larger scratches starting to appear now. And what it's doing is it's actually taking down the smaller scratches, and then those are the deeper ones that are left behind. So what I'm gonna do is actually go back over it probably once, maybe two more times, maybe even three, we'll see. And it should take all of that down. Here's what it's looking like after the second round. So if you look down at the bottom, a lot of those scratches are gone. The swirls are just right there at the very, very top and at the tip, like right up there. So I think I'm just having a hard time with this larger pad. So what I'm gonna do is get my sander out, get those attachments on, and try to do it that way. Here's what it's looking like after the third round with the sander and the little attachment pad. So definitely got a lot of those scratches down there at the bottom out. You can still see a few larger ones up top, and some of those I may just have to leave alone. But for the most part, this looks really good. I think I'm gonna go over it one more time with the sander. I ran over the whole back half 4 different times. So twice with the 10-inch polisher and then twice with my 5-inch sander. So down here at the bottom, I mean, there is not a single scratch left. I mean, that compound really works great. It is a lot of work, and I will say, you know, you get tired after a minute holding those things up, but it definitely works. There's a few, actually it worked really good up top here too. You can still see a few little swirl marks in there every now and again, but it was just really hard to get this little edge right here. So what I'm gonna do now is take my polish right here, and then I've got a separate pad that I'm gonna use for that, and I'll go over the whole thing with that. Here it is after one coat of polish. This thing turned out so nice. The scratches are completely gone at the bottom. Like I said, there's a few, you can still see a few swirl marks up there at the very top, but for the most part, this turned out incredible. Like I said, it's a lot of work and you definitely have to put in a little bit of elbow grease, but this turned out so nice. Now that this side is done, I'm gonna run to the side and do that, and I will give you a quick before and after before I do the rest of the truck. I'll give you guys a quick before and after comparison. So here it is before, and here's the after. Just like the other side, down here at the bottom, I got most of the scratches out. Up top, there is a few little swirls still left up in there, but I'm super stoked at how this turned out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of the truck done. All right, guys, it's been 4 days, so I've completely finished off with the truck. I did the compound and the polish over the entire thing. I've probably got about 12 to 14 hours worth of work into it, just working in the evenings when I get off work. So what I'm gonna do now is go back over the entire thing with just a microfiber towel to get all the dust off that's accumulated. And then I am going to hit it with this Ultimate Wax right here, this quick wax over the entire truck. And then I'm gonna use this semi-chrome polish on the chrome bumpers and then these side rails here. One last note, if you're a beginner like me, I didn't get enough of these pads. I didn't realize that the compound and the polish clogged these things up. So I did go and buy some cleaner, but I had to wait for these things to dry. So make sure that you get a couple of packs of these things. That way, while one set is drying, you can be using the other. I got everything done. The truck is all waxed up. I got all the chrome polished, but I did run out of daylight, so I will take it up there tomorrow and let you guys see this thing shine. Here it is, all finished up. Here's the rear bumper. That chrome polish turned out really nice. That McGuire's compound, it really did get a lot of those scratches out. There's a few, like I pointed out when I was doing it at the very top up there, but you can't even see them out here in the light anymore. So, like I said again, you know, it was 14 hours worth of work, but this thing will stay clean for a very long time. Just gonna try to give you guys a full walk around here. I'm so happy with the way this turned out. I was a little nervous because I'd never done this before, but this thing, it looks so clean. Like I haven't seen it this clean in a long time. You can see right there where the sun hits it, it just shines right off of it there. But I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you next time.